Hi. Most often, we are challenged with knowing our purpose here on earth. I know a lot of Christians will tell you that our purpose here is to serve humanity and there's heaven after earth. I know other religions will tell you there's something we are here for. But how convinced are we as people in our day-to-day activity that we are really here for a purpose? What purpose is it? How are we accomplishing that? Now, every day we go to work, we go hustling because we want money. Does it guarantee happiness? But without money, can anyone be happy? I don't know. So I seek to find out with some of your favorite celebrities. Now we have the ladies joining us first here on the G Spot, which is coming to you from the premises of Orca Deco on the Spinks Road, close to Flower Pot. Now, if you want room furniture, office furniture, dining sets, decor, sports, everything for your home, come through Orca Deco because they have a lot of fantastic products that will give your home a memorable look. Come tell them you heard on the G Spot, you're guaranteed a discount. Now, I have on set with me Kekeli Akosia. Now, this Kekeli lady has been in your face, has been on your screens, has been there for over a decade, if I remember, from the days of Efiera. She's done other scenes, I was going to say other scene cheap, but other movies, and she's still going strong. She's never growing out. Like, I see every time I'm like, hey, into who did he? But she looks beautiful as the day I saw her for the first time in Efiera. Also on this set is the Peep herself. So from Peeps to Adam's Apple, which one do I remember? In fact, almost all Shelley's productions. Jasmine, who I've been struggling to mention her surname, has been part. Barudi, is that it? Yes. I was going to try again, but I got it. So Jasmine Barudi, super fitness experts. Hey, I watch her videos and I'm like, hey, when I grow up, this is my yardstick. In fact, these two, because they are all mothers. So when I grow up, they are my yardstick. You guys never get tired of looking beautiful, do you?
Thank you very much.
Oh, do you?
We try.
Do you eat kinky?
Yes.
As for her, I see her eat kinky. You know when I watch your videos and you're eating kinky, I'm like, ah.
Why not? I'm a guy. And I'm such a proud
You listen to what
guy.
I tell myself. Like, she'll eat kinky and she'll still look sexy. I'll eat kinky only one day. Look at my stomach.
Don't worry, I'll give you the secret. I'll tell you the secret after.
Don't tell me I have to work hard though, because you're always working out.
You have to work hard.
Yes. Yeah. She works out like crazy, but it's good to have you on the G Spot.
Thank you for having us.
How's family?
Well, it's all right. You know, it's part of life. So we are going through.
Is she called Camille or Camila? Camille. It's a French name?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's a French name, but the meaning is an assistant to the head priest.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess she's doing fine. That's why you're saying, I don't like your eyebrow. I watch a lot of your stuff. Anyway, Kekeli, it's also great to have you.
Yes.
You have been under G. You know this lady? You don't see her children. Me, I don't see. I only know that she's a mother.
Children?
You don't know.
Baby girl. How many do you have?
3. Can you imagine?
Good job.
And not even one on social media. In fact, I've seen her in a lot of places. Not even one with her. And sometimes I'm wondering, where are these kids?
Wow.
Yesterday was my first son's birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
He's 7.
Hey. When I say they are my target, you have to believe it. Charlie, she's 2 now.
2.5.
2.5.
Yes.
7 is the first. I've not even got one. Look at me. Targets. I have to repent in 2019. Amen. But great to have you again. Thank you. The discussion is about us as we live this life, as we crave for all the things that we want to have, as we live our dreams of being superstars, movies, and all that we do. What exactly do we want?
What do we want?
Yes.
Or what do I want?
What do you want?
Great. I would want to summarize everything by saying that for me, happiness is my one and main objective, in this life. Someone asked me a long time ago, someone I wanted to help me. And the person was, offering me so many things. And I was like, no. Back then, I didn't understand why I gave that answer. I was like, I want to be happy. Because I think back then I was probably going through certain things that made me unhappy. So when I was asked that question, I was like, I want to be happy. And he's like, what will make you happy? And I'm like, I don't know. Because the things that probably would have made me happy at that time, it would have passed, and then I would definitely be back to square one. You know, so for me, my ultimate, I don't know, I just want to be happy.
You just want to be happy.
I want to be happy.
We'll come back to how you achieve that. Kekeli, what do you want?
This is a very difficult one because we wake up every day praying for things that we want, that will make us happy. You get that thing and then you wish you had another thing. So it is very difficult to tell that this will make me happy, because once you get that thing, you will think of another thing that you wish when you have it, it will make you happy. So we live each day as it counts. For me, as I sit here right now, I'll tell you that, oh, if I have all the money in the world, I'll be happy. Because trust me, nothing else matters to me than waking up in the morning, being able to feed myself, feed my children. They are going to school. I'm able to pay their school fees. I have a home, and I am good to go. I mean, what is life? It is being able to afford things that you like. That is what will make you happy, if you're able to afford things that you like. So we wake up every day chasing money. Once you get the money, it's not like people will say money is not everything. Trust me, money is everything. Don't say money is not everything.
The Bible says money
everything.
Answereth all things.
Yes, it does. That's the honest truth. But you see, sometimes we are hypocritical about saying it. Money is everything. For me, I don't want, you can argue it, but for me, money will be it for me. Once I'm able to make that money, you can't make all the money in the world, but you should be able to make some money.
And you're sure that money will guarantee your happiness?
For me, I think it will. Maybe when I make it and it doesn't guarantee it for me, I'll chase. What else am I going to chase? It's money. Tell me, what else are you going to? Why are you working? Well, fine, but why are you working?
Because if you are basing your happiness on money, how about the monks, if I should say? And I from what I've read and what I know, monks are like one of the happiest, peaceful people on earth. They don't have money. They don't have all our like, you know, all the things that, like the material things that we depend on. They don't have any of those things, but they're really, really happy. They have so much peace within. So I feel like happiness, or what life is different from one person to the other. Because like you said, for instance, you say money will make you happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure money too will make me happy. Money will make everybody happy, but we shouldn't put everything on money. What is our purpose in this life? What if there was no money? Are you saying that you can't get up?
Survive.
Are you saying that you can't get up from your home, go to the streets, and 1 cedi or 2 cedi?
That's money.
Yes, but it's not.
Still money.
It is not. It's the act that is making me happy. The act of me giving, whether it's 1 cedi or 50 pesos or a bottle of water.
How do you make the one cedi?
That's what I'm saying. It could be money. It could be water. It could be even just kind words.
Thank
So
you.
I don't know that for me. Money is not everything.
We can
How many
argue
people?
this out,
yes, we definitely
but
can.
money is everything.
Money is not everything.
Money is not everything. But you're talking about how you want happiness.
Yes.
But happiness is happenings.
Yes.
Things would get you happy.
Yes.
And so if those things do not happen,
Yes.
you can never be happy then.
That is why you need to define to yourself what life or what your purpose is. It's true. It's a very difficult question to ask. We are still trying to figure out why we are here. Why did God put us here? Well, we are supposed to live, go through life, and die, and then that's the end of it. Is that what life is?
Exactly.
Is that what life is?
Is that all that there is to life?
There is to life?
All our waking
like
up in the morning and all that. Just live and die.
Just live and die. Is that why we are here? So if for this short period that we've been blessed, or whatever, to be here, I feel like there's more to life than
Where is that more?
That you need to find it within yourself. But then, hey, darling, if the money is what makes you happy, then that's fine.
For me, what
happened when you have money or you have too much money? Then what
is there anything like too
what's
much
next?
money? I don't know if there's anything like
but
too much money.
You just said that if you have money, you get whatever you wanted. What's next?
I mean, that's life.
So are you saying
believe
that
in it? You be
your
able to
mama
afford the
gave
things that will
birth
make
to
you
you
happy?
to come to this earth to come and just make money?
My mama gave birth to me, struggled to take care of me. now she's gone. I have to struggle to take care of my children.
You see,
I will be gone. They will have to struggle to take care of their children.
Yeah, making money is just a process. It's a process in life. It's not the main reason why we are here.
Mind you,
that is why I gave. That is what I gave an example.
Takes money.
Yeah, so it should be personalized. It's a personal thing. What makes you happy?
Everything that will make you happy will take money.
It's because we depend so much on money.
Justin, what?
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. Oh, I'm not saying it's wrong. But because of money, because people feel that money will make them happy, because of money, people are doing so many things just to get their money, good or bad.
And that would happen when we have the battle of the sexes, because how much are you willing to do to get money? Will you sell drugs for money? Will you prostitute for money? Will you kill for money? Money answereth all things, says the Bible. The same Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. We are back with the men on the G-Spot.
So after you have the money, what else? What happens next? Are you going to strive for more? You can't keep up, because it's not everything to me, because it can't buy life.
A lot of pressure to keep up, so the person will be looking for something to give them the same motivation. It all fits into your personal ambition for your life, and you know.
Now you're still watching the G-Sport here on Joy Prime. We are coming to you from the premises of Orca Deco, thanks to Gandu Cosmetics, the producers of UB Hair Relaxer. If you want your hair relaxed, looking good, and the feel is better, just like that of Jackie Appiah, you see in that advert, go for UB Hair Relaxer. Now, we've been talking about what exactly we want in life. You've heard the ladies speak about what they are looking forward to, or what you're expecting to have in this life. Now we're going to have a masculine perspective. The men are here to tell us what exactly they think this life is about. Now, let me start by introducing to you a legend who I am extremely proud to be talking about, because I grew up listening to him from my days in senior high school till now. Bookback has been one of my favorite groups. Now, the unfortunate happened, but there's still one man standing. He wants to keep the legacy of Bookback. Bright, blink, sparkles. People say that's tautology. Blink and sparkles. This is he's grown, so he's not wearing plenty sparkles, you know. But if you follow from back in the day, you know that that name lived its purpose. And Bright is in town with us for the season, and we thought that we could get hold of him. We're talking about his song "Small Thing" and Pioto. Is it Pioto?
Photo photo.
Hey, Pioto photo. And also the boss of 3 Music is in the house, Sadiq Abdullahi Abu, white man who understands GMT.
I don't know if I'm a white man or not. I'm a black man.
You're a white man who understands GMT. But it's great to have you join us for the G-Spot.
Thank you very much.
Men.
Yes.
I did not say whether to say young men, because I don't know how Bright to be happy if me, I'm calling him young man.
I feel privileged to be a young man.
But it's great to have you. Now let's start on the small thing notes. You know, Ghanaians are super excited that you're back home and you're pushing the Bookback agenda.
Yes.
Now we've heard that you said, okay, in your dream, you saw Ronnie telling you that don't sleep on the talent and all that.
Right. You're right about that. And in that light, I would say I'm grateful to God to be here. First of all, I thank you for having me. Yes. Old boy, I call him, said, you know, don't give up on this talent. Just make sure you fly the Bookback flag up high and help the younger ones too. And I believe there are least privileged ones who are yearning to get in the studios to bring out what they have in the closet. So I'm here for you, and hopefully God lifts all of us up, you know, and we'll be doing the Bookback thing just like with Dick from back in the day. So I'm here for you.
So with all of this, Bright's back, putting together his music, supporting young talents, you know, from back in the day, what do you think you're really here for? What do you want in life?
I want the best in life, and also the bare necessities in life: food, shelter, and clothes. And
Well, you've had enough of that, haven't you?
I don't think I have, because times and seasons, like in the States, things change. You have to change with it. if I'm able to have the basics, I think I'm fine, and be able to provide for my kids. That's all I look up to God for.
But you have them now, don't you?
I do have them, so I'm pretty content and grateful.
So why are you still working?
I'm working to maintain that, because it's not all about having enough money. I believe we've had money, but money is not everything. You can still have money and still not be happy. Look at the likes of all the superstars in the States. They still have money. Look at Prince. He had all the money, but still, you know, passed, unfortunately. So I don't believe money is everything. You can have all the money and still not be happy. You'll be depressed, because there's a lot of responsibilities, and that comes with having a lot of money, you know. And if you're more of a family man like myself, I love my family, you know, so I like to provide for my family. And if God grants me the opportunity to do that, I don't think I want to strive for more. I would like to maintain that, you know, be able to cater for them, clothing-wise, shelter, food. That's basically what I work hard for.
That's what you work hard for. Sadiq,
Yes.
you're here for money, you're here to have a good life, and what exactly do you think your purpose here is?
Right, well, purpose, God will be, I mean, the best person to actually indicate the purpose. But I think that with time, and as I grow up, and with the various parts of life that I interact with, it kind of gives me an idea of the purpose. The destination, we all know, I mean, I have my personal ambition, I have my career, my professional ambition as well. I mean, personally, just like Bright said, the basic necessities in life is very important. So I would want to strive to keep all of that, have a very good place to, for shelter for myself and my family, have some disposable income to be able to spend for all the good things in life and all of that. Have a very good religious life as well. I'm a Muslim, and so it's important to keep that, have a very good religious life and relationship with God, which is very important for me as well. But then there's also my professional ambition, I mean, which drives...
So in all of these,
yeah,
all these things that you want to have, you want to have them because you think that if you have all of them, your life will be better?
Yes, for me, I think that my life will be better. It makes me feel good. It makes me thrive. And so these are the things that I would really want to strive for. You
think that it will be problem-free? It will be, perfect?
Well, of course. I mean, these things do make life perfect.
You think so?
To some extent. And of course, perfect is subjective here. What may be perfect to me is not what may be perfect to somebody. Somebody would have everything else, but will be striving for something. I mean, there's a lot of pressure to keep up, so the person will be looking for something to give them the same motivation. It all fits into your personal ambition for your life. And, you know, some people attain or achieve their self-actualizations very early, and so it gets a particular time when they are looking for the next motivation or something to get to the next level. You know, so it all boils down to it. I'm praying that by the time I get to attain my self-actualization, something definitely will be there to still, nudge me to still be up and running. But definitely, I'm sure that along the way, there will still be things that would inspire me. But generally, my purpose now is to live a very good life, create a very good life for myself and my family, extended included, and even let it be enough to be able to impact socially, on my society and on media environment. So
I like the fact that you brought about impact, and that's what we'll be talking about briefly. But Bright, you kept saying that money is not everything, and all you need now is that you want to maintain or sustain what you have. But if money is not everything, what is everything then?
Everything is connecting to God, because before anything shakes or moves, it's by God's will. If God doesn't will for you to be a musician, you will not be a musician. If God doesn't will it for you to have money, you will not will it, because He's the creator of all things and everything belongs to Him. So if you are in tune with God and the universe, I believe good things will come to you. And it's all about your thought process. If you're able to think positive, you believe. Once you perceive it and believe in it, you definitely achieve it.
But there are people who do not believe in God, and I'm sure they'll be saying that if I want to be a musician,
right,
I only need to work hard at it. God would not come and tell me.
Such
from
people
heaven.
would have a certain level of spirituality regardless. Right. They would have a certain level of
They are atheists.
spiritual.
They don't believe that there's any God. What do they believe in?
They would have a certain spiritual connection regardless. They would have
spiritual
something.
Connection to who?
It could be the stars. That's why Bright said that you have to be in tune with the universe.
And the universe.
So, yes, for somebody, being in tune with the universe and the stars is his own spiritual connection to something. Right. You know, everybody and his. You know, so some would want to, and like Bright said, somebody's spiritual belief is that when I think positive about anything, my stars will align and I'll get it. It's a certain form of spiritual connection.
Right.
Regardless.
And let's not forget that God is the creator of the universe. So if you believe in something and you think, okay.
But not everybody believes that. I believe that, but not everybody believes that.
Right. And to those that don't
so
believe, I think tap into your deeper self and find the answers, because one way or the other, it goes back to the number one. The alpha is everything. You will find the alpha within within yourself. So one way or the other, you're still channeling your energy towards finding the truth about yourself and your purpose here on earth. And once you're able to do that, you will find the answer is towards the only true God, which we all believe in.
But the God that you believe in, and his good book says, money answereth all things.
And the same Bible said what? You said that earlier?
The love of it.
It's the
The
root
love
of
of
all
it is
evil.
root of all
Exactly.
evil. But he says he answereth all things.
Right.
But he said money is not everything.
It's not, because it answers your needs.
Everything.
Now. Everything. But after everything, what else happens? You are stressed out because people are probably demanding too much. Your responsibilities are growing. Now you feel overwhelmed. You wish you don't even have it no more. My sister earlier said, so after you have the money, what else? What happens next? Are you going to strive for more? You can't keep up, because it's not everything to me, because it can't buy life. Even at your sick bed, you cannot buy life with money. So money is not everything.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure you're still at a debate in your home where you say that there are some people who are waiting to have money being paid for their surgeries. So if their monies are paid, their life can be saved. Now, the ladies will have to come in, because we need to start the battle of the sexes now. I'm sure that they will bring their perspective. Remember that earlier, Kekeli talked about the fact that money is it for her. With money, she can do everything. Jasmine says, no, she needs happiness. Now, the men are almost, divided on what they think. Bryce says, no, money is not everything. He says he wants an accomplished life. We are going to delve into that. What does that really mean? And again, like I indicated, how much are you ready to give for the love of money? Will you kill for it? Will you do drugs for it? Would you go sleeping around for it? The ladies join us in a bit.
To be able to afford the basic things in life, you need money to do that.
I just want us to see what is happening to us because of money. We should look past it. That is when I'll say that's selfish.
Yes.
It's not selfish.
So you see why I'm begging.
Selfish.
You see why?
It is, because this is the same
This is
society.
why. This is.
Welcome back to my favorite segment of the G-Spot here on Joy Prime, and this is the place or the time where we get to hear from both sexes. It's a battle of the sexes, and we're talking, what do we really want in this life? What is this life all about? When you're a child, you had a dream of becoming something. When I was a child, I wanted to be too many different things. Today, I'm none of the things I wanted to be. I don't know. I'm going to throw this question to them. Let's just suppose when we're growing up to what we have accomplished now. Are we on track? Have we found the purpose yet? And then again, what would they do with $1 million? Remember Victoria Hammer says that's all she needed in politics. That's all she needed. $1 million. We'll get to ask that as well. on the G Spot. So, my beautiful ladies first, I have Kekeli Akusia, who is an actress from the days of Efiora. She's still relevant, she's still in the system, acting. And then we have Jasmine Barudi, who I take my time to mention her name, so that when I'm wrong, I'm pardoned. You know, she's a beautiful actress as well, mother, and Kekeli is also a mother, you know, so they gone to the labor ward. I hear when you go to the labor ward, there's a different feeling, you have a different perspective to life, so they're sharing what this life is about with that also in mind. Then I have the gentleman, legendary, bright, blinks, sparkle. Today he's only using Prince Bright too, but the thing is sparkling, and this is the only member of Bookback standing, and we are glad that he's soldiering on, and he's in an outfit of a soldier. So congratulations to you.
Thank you, Ms. J.
Okay, and then Sadiq, CEO of 3 Music. Welcome to all of you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I start with, you know, watch as a child. And I'm asking you, Kekeli, because you have your son at 7. I'm sure he tells you a lot of things, and you say, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, as naive as we were back then, there were too many things we saw life as, too many things that we wanted to be. Share yours with us.
You see, funny enough, if I want to talk about it, it would take a long time, but I'll cut it short. Growing up as a child, I've always wanted to be on TV.
Oh,
honestly,
I
yes.
see.
Yes, I've always wanted, either being a news anchor, just being on TV. I love crowd. My soul rejoices when I see crowd. So when I started acting, I was doing stage drama. You know, I was with Ajete, Fred Amugienko. I was doing stage. Anytime I go on stage and I see the crowd, then my soul rejoices. I become so excited. So for me, growing up, I've always wanted to be on TV, and I got opportunity to be on TV. But
So
I
don't you think that's what your life is about?
Yes, I think that's what.
That is not about money.
You
like
know,
you've been saying.
I start work, I gotta work, and then I'm in a corporate entity working. Okay, I get a script and I leave the work to go and film. All my films, you will find out that I am not too often doing movies because I am working. Then when I'm able to get a script, I will quit my job to go and shoot. And most of the time, when I go and shoot and come back, I lose my job. But I am excited going to film. So at a point, I'm like, listen, I think my purpose in this world is to just do what I'm doing. And I love it to the core. I love it to the core. Even though now I'm not often on the screen, I'm still behind the scene, working around the same sector. And it's interesting. So I am very fulfilled. Trust me. And let me say, the butter on the top of everything is going off to have my kids, and they are sitting there watching mommy do what she loves to do. So now nothing really stops me. The kids are there. Now it's to focus on the purpose of my life. So I am fulfilled.
So your purpose is actually not, money is not what makes you happy.
Miss, you don't go there.
You still stand by it.
Of course, because like I said earlier, even though I get to work, when I work, movies or acting doesn't pay much. And so because I wanted to make much for myself, and I wasn't getting that in movies, I got a job. But when I'm doing the work and the acting job comes, you see that I'll leave that work and go, yes. So I'm trying to balance the two so that I am able to be happy. Because obviously, to be able to afford the basic things in life, you need money to do that. And so I will never say that money can't make anyone happy. It would definitely make you happy, because that's what will make you to be able to afford the little things in life. If I want to buy water, if I want to take my kids out to the movies, whatever I want to do right now, I need money to do that.
Right.
So
see, she's now in between.
She's now in between, eh?
But she made a great point. To afford the basic things in life, you definitely need money. But when you achieve those things, what next? It's about sustenance, maintaining.
You want more.
It's rather unfortunate, some part of the industry is not paying much, so you need a backup to actually make sure you're in there. It'll pay, my sister, someday. Don't give up on your dream. Unlike me, I have been out of the industry for a while now, and I'll still believe it's my calling to get back in the industry, because I love being in the studio. I love singing. I love meeting with people. I love being behind the cameras, you know. But there's more to life than just cameras and lights and everything else. So when you find your purpose, just run with it. You know, We have kids, they make us happy, we need to provide for them. Money comes into play as well, but it's not everything.
But do you think your needs have not moved? Because you keep saying the basic needs. You think it hasn't moved from that?
No,
because they say that man's needs are insatiable. It means that when you get the basics, you still want more.
Exactly.
You are never content as a human being with what you have.
Of course.
Much as you won't steal to have it,
Right.
but you're still looking for growth.
And
sometimes the material things also tell you you're growing.
Right. You always want to better yourself. Your kids look up to you. You always want to be able to provide for them. You want to be daddy. Daddy has to be the Superman. So daddy needs to provide for the kids. Daddy needs to get them the toys. Everything they need, they look up to daddy. So you have to live up to expectation. Of course, our women, our partners, our wives, our girlfriends always look up to us to provide for the house or be the man of the house. And trust me, if there's no money in the house, there's usually an issue. But if you're able to compromise as partners, there's nothing you can't do.
Jasmine.
Yes.
You know, when he said, when there's no money in the house, there's usually an issue. In everybody's home, it's same. Even if you were growing up with your parents and all that, you felt very inadequate. If you go to school, your friends had things that you wish you had and all that. So you grow up with them. And I've grown up with this mentality that I don't want to have kids until I'm sure I can provide for them. So I'm sure, and that's money. And so I brought this question to you because you say you want happiness and you think that money is not the ultimate.
Yeah.
But have you also noticed, just like you said, that when you don't have money, you don't feel seen?
The problem here is she's saying money makes her happy. It is not the money that makes her happy. It is what you use the money for that makes you happy. You understand? It's very unfortunate. Like, look at what money is doing to the world. Because of money. Because since God knows when, or since we were born, we've been told that if you don't have money, you can't do this. If you don't have money, you can't do that. So because of that, people growing up with that mentality. Now, it's everybody, we're not all the same. Certain people will have the money. Certain people will not have the money. Certain people will be able to achieve their life goals or their life dreams. Certain people will not be able to. Doesn't mean that they're not happy because they don't have money. No. That's why I gave an example of the monks earlier on. Monks live in like some cave or whatever, or meditating. They don't live off material things. They don't live off money, but they are happy. We need to look within ourselves. What makes you happy? Babe, so, okay, I have money. I get myself a big house. I'm not saying if someone gives me money right now, I will not take it. I will grab it. Hell yeah, I'll grab it. But okay, I bought my house. Then what next? Okay, I want to get a bigger house. We should not depend on money. That's all what I am trying to say.
And then I heard you also murmuring when we were having the conversation about God, God. I had somebody murmuring. Is it you or
both of us?
Both
I don't know exactly.
But when he said, I said some people don't believe in God.
Yeah, some people don't believe in God. Like, people don't believe that God exists. Some people believe in the Big Bang theory. I don't know if you guys know about it. But they are also living very happy and fulfilled lives, and they are fine. So it has nothing to do with God. I don't know who...
It was right.
Yeah, your spirituality, it differs from...
Yeah, so I made a point about
spirituality. He made that point. He's a Muslim. I guess, you have your rules, your religion makes you happy. Christianity...
But you are Christian.
Yes, I am.
The last time I checked. You almost said the last time I checked.
I'm going to say something. The last time I made a comment about my religion, I was put on blast. So
I just wanted to know. I just want to understand where you're coming from.
No, yes, I am a Christian. But I just want us to see what is happening to us because of money. We should look past it. There are couples who don't have money, but they're happy. Right. Not to say that they are not working or they are not looking. It's because everybody has put their mind to that. If you don't have money, you won't be happy. If you don't have money, you can't get this. If you don't have money, and which is wrong. Right. If you don't change that mentality, you'll never be happy.
Sadiq?
Yes. I mean, for me, I think that growing up, I had a father that instilled in us certain traits that made us content with whatever we had. And
whatever you had was what?
I mean, it was
the best of life.
At different times. So, I mean, I grew up, I had a father that was a managing director of a multinational.
So you didn't have a
at
problem
a point in time? Yes, till a point. By the time I get to about class 5, I mean, he had left the company. He had an issue. He had, I mean, issues with the company, so he left the company, and then life took a different direction. Not for the worse, but here we had to, I mean, drop a bit of most of the things that we're doing. But rather than letting it affect us, our father found a way to instill in us a certain sense. So all my siblings, we are 10, very confident, very content. Look, I made a point to somebody that my brother or my sisters, no matter, they can have millions in the world. When there's an event, usually in a Muslim society, when there's an event, it's become more like a status symbol for people to splash money and everything. None of us would. We'll rather gather all the money and secretly give it to somebody. When I do good, even in the society, you will never know. Because that's how our father brought us up. So my father made the point. So I remember when we were growing up in Fadama, for instance, there was a mosque. And then somebody asked my father that, he doesn't see him at the mosque. And he doesn't see his siblings at the mosque. And my father said to him that he doesn't see his kids at the mosque. He said, he has a family at home. Why would he leave the family at home and come to the mosque just to show off? And Muslims, from the sect that I come from, there's a big tasbah that people hold. You will never see me hold it. But one time when a group of us met and I led them in prayers, everybody was wondering, how? I'm like, yes, everything at home. When I had an Islamic teacher at home, most of you didn't know. In my house, there's a small mosque in my house. Early morning when I wake up more than all of you, and I've imbibed that. So till now, I wake up at 4:30 because of prayer. No matter where I go to, I wake up at 4:30 because we got that. So we grew up not wanting to impress anybody. My father is the person that will not impress anybody. So for me, so I remember even when the issues of the 3 music awards, for instance, came, and I was being very truthful and honest. Kyori saw me and says, I listened to you, you sounded very sincere. The first journalist that called me, and I said, yeah, it is true. We owe this. He says, are you serious? Do you want us to go and record? I said, but one of the bloggers said, but this is embarrassing. I said, what's embarrassing about my reality? It's not embarrassing. It's the situation. So why would you run away? But I imbibed it very early. So I learned to be content with whatever I had. You ask most of my friends I went to school with, I've never at any point in time been jealous or wanted anything. It was just me. So even now, it helped me to be very realistic with regards to how I approach some things. It's helped me to relax. I don't stress about a lot of things.
A lot of things.
You know.
But like you mentioned, Bright, that society has given us a different perspective. Like he's saying, he owed, and they were surprised that he had to own up that, he actually owed this person. And then I bring in the Victoria Hammer example. When she had the opportunity to enter politics or to start politics, she said all she needed was $1 million. Money. Because society makes you think that when you're a politician or when you're on the screens or say at a certain age, you should live a certain life, have cars, have people at your disposal.
According
you just
to who?
Society, of course.
Well, then they have the problem.
Society.
But who is society
the problem,
anyway?
Exactly. The problem starts
Our
with
peers, our friends.
We are always the problem.
No, but the way you also approach things is how, look, you would realize it. A lot of your friends and everybody will realize, some of my friends will say, you are self-opinionated. Look, it's me. Whether you like it or not, they say, don't go this path. I say, who said don't go? Ask questions. Who said we shouldn't go this path? Even when a lot of the businesses I started, everybody say, hey, don't go here. This one, this. I said, who said? You see, if you feel, I said, feel, so what? Who are they?
And they make us feel like you cannot afford to fail.
So in fact, most of whatever I started to do, I set out to fail. Just so, and most of the things that what I've become today, in terms of my experiences, my insights, and everything else, is also as a result of my failures as much as my small victories. So I mean, let's not society set the rule. Yes, money is good and all of that.
Let us not us set the rule. Maybe you should say, because we are society. Yes. And I'm sure that you also have friends still on the society issue. You have friends that people say you grew up with, but either, and for lack of a better expression, they are not on your level, and you see them and you say, I don't want to associate any longer, because
Oh, yeah, very.
That's very lame.
Is it?
That's lame.
But
Sadiq,
you see,
if you want
can,
to be truthful, there are people. No,
you
let's
can
be truthful.
define that.
There are people that you don't mingle with anymore.
Yes.
Because
That's what I'm saying. We can define
and
that.
for lack of a better expression, they are still not on your level.
You see, you have to grow up with people who want to grow. If you don't want to grow, you stay back there. I will grow up. It's as simple as that. I had friends.
But do you think there's anybody who doesn't want to grow?
There are lots of people who don't want to grow. Yes, I have set goals for myself. I can't be sitting here all the time. No. So if you don't have any goals and you think that you are comfortable where you are sitting, you can comfortably sit there and I will look for my whatever.
But that
You
is
see
when,
why-
that is when, that
you
is
see
when
why-
I'll say that's selfish.
Yes.
It's not selfish.
So you see why I'm big.
selfish.
You
No,
see
it
why?
is,
Okay, so
because this is the same society.
this is why I'm big on social impact.
Yeah.
Look, if I tell a lot of people from where I come from, Bright perhaps may know because he had friends there when he was coming home. A lot of people would say, but hey, if you here you go. I grew up in New Fadama. I mean, not the baddest of places, but from some of the places I've gone to, they keep getting surprised that I grew up in New Fadama. And consistently, I go back to touch base with my people, not because of anything. And I've had situation currently. There are two of the friends I grew up with who do not have school fees and couldn't go to universities that I spoke to, got their forms, and I'm funding their education now.
Beautiful.
Yes, two of my friends that I grew up
ready.
with. Because you see, for me,
that
it
they
worried
don't have
because
the
consistently when I saw them, it worried me
But
that
I'm sure-
but I grew up with him.
Is it that
He
it
was
worried
brilliant.
you all, but they were also bitter?
Bitter?
Some of the times they don't understand why you had it and they couldn't have it.
No, they were-
and so you also
I
wanted them
don't
to
think-
feel okay.
No, they've not been bitter. I recognize that. You see, everybody and their psyche and how they approach things. I went through a particular system and I was able to break through into certain things. So I have a certain disposition. They don't have that temperament. When they are faced with challenges, they can be. It affects their confidence and they can.
But that's
pull
what she
back.
said. That some people don't want to grow.
It's temperament. It's not a matter of they don't want to grow. Everybody and how they go about it. Look, some of the things that I've gone through, people would stop whatever. Some of the things that you go through.
I have also gone through that.
And
path.
again,
Yeah, but you see, your temperament helps you to.
but again,
temperament-
you have the means to help your friends. What if she doesn't?
Well, you see, picking your friends up is not necessarily having the means to.
That's
Even
what I'm
before
saying,
I
when
started to have the money.
want to grow. If the person doesn't want to,
sometimes people do not. You see, people you recognize, you see your purpose, you don't realize your purpose very early in life. Some people do not realize their purpose until far later, until after you've helped them. It happens. So by engaging them, when I didn't have the means to, consistently I used to ask them, Charlie, what's up? What do you go on? What do you want to do? In 2 to 3 years now, where do you want to be? Charlie, will you grow? This kind of conversation. Trying to bring their mind to it gradually. So some of them, with all the pep talk and speaking to them and engaging with them on because
But how many of you
bringing
have
myself
that? Do you have that much?
There are
I'm
lot-
sure Sadiq is getting
Jasmine,
me wrong.
no,
I don't
but
have that time,
Jasmine,
but
do you have
I
that
go.
much time?
I do that.
I can.
No, but do you?
I do.
So how many of your friends have you gone back for? Who are not doing well, have you gone back for to say?
Well, fortunately, all my friends are doing well. So, but there are times
but that's also another pressure.
How,
If
why
all your
is it
friends
pressure?
all your friends are doing well, you also need to be up par with
but
them.
why should I burden myself with someone's success or whatever? I don't know what they went through or what they did. I don't know. I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not. You shouldn't do that.
Because you're also a father, I'm sure that there are people who, okay, your children were not brought up here or they are not here, so I don't know, I can't bring it. But when you were growing up, I'm sure there are people in your community that your parents will not be happy that you're associating with. Because they think they have a foresight for you.
Of course. Growing up in Kokomlemle, which is very close to Aveno, they had this mindset that anything from Aveno is attributed to smoking and whatnot. But now that I know better, I know, hey, I don't have to do this to put my life in a certain direction which will affect me in the long term. Going back to what he said, some people just need a little push. Some have the natural ability to inspire growth in others. Like with it from back in the day, I have always been the motivator. Let's get this running. Always the hype man. Hey, we could do it. And now look at my boys. I'm proud of them, you know, because they're doing good for themselves. So sometimes all we need is just a little push and they fly with it. You know, so if anybody's watching now, I encourage you, a little push will put somebody in the limelight. Just go ahead and help them out. There's a lot of people, like my sister said, some people don't want to grow. Sometimes it's not that they don't want to grow, but they don't have the opportunity that we have to be able to move things. So then we come into play to actually help them to get to where they need to get to.
And I think
I
it's
congratulate.
part of what life is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of the
Part of it.
Now, back to the question. $1 million is all I need. Is it okay to aspire to have that much? Is that too much to even want to have? And what process are you willing to go through to have that? On the premise, that's just an example. We are not criticizing or anything, but we are using that as an example that was in the public domain, that she wanted to just have $1 million out of politics. Would politics have paid her that much? Was she willing to do other things? It means that as human beings, we have a target. If I ask you how much you are targeting to have in the next 5 years, I'm sure you have some amount. What are you willing to do to get that amount? Oh, what kind of work? Wait.
I mean, yes, in a few years, I would definitely love to have a certain amount of money. And yes, I'm going to work for it. But if in the next 5 years, I haven't gotten that particular amount, I'm not going to stop. I'm still going to continue. But it's
you feel like you failed yourself.
Why should I? It took people 10, 20 years, 30 years or more to figure out what they wanted to do in life.
So why then did you give yourself a target?
You gave me the target. You said 5 years.
So you're saying that in 5 years, if you don't get that.
I suggesting target isn't good. Target is good.
Oh,
it's a guide. If you don't meet your target, you look back, listen to yourself, recalibrate.
But then that means we'll never meet our targets then. Because we know that we have the opportunity to look back. And then, we would have the opportunity to look back and amend things. We'll never meet our targets.
I have set my targets severally. Like every year I do set.
It changes.
And I don't reach it. The year ends and then I'll set another one. I've been doing that for the past 8 years.
But how do you feel about that?
It doesn't make me feel bad.
But let me say something to you. But the fact that you don't meet your target doesn't mean that. So there's been instances where you target that your business, this particular business, by this year will make this much.
Yeah.
It happens that you don't make that much, but whatever you make from the look of things when you project, that's why businesses do a lot of projections, financial projections. You can project that in the next year you could actually make more than what you initially targeted. And it sometimes comes to pass because you may have laid that foundation.
And what do you do? You lay foundation.
You may have laid that foundation for it, you know. More. So target is good. You need to set targets. Target is a guide. You work towards it. Everybody needs a certain kind of bout of self-motivation to be able to work out things. But target is the one, and you can be lost in the whole haze, running around and all of that. That's why people keep notes, for instance. So in the running around and all of that, when it's getting to time, you take your book, you look at it and say, oh, I needed to send this mail. I need to have called this guy. I needed to have called this guy so that by the end of the day.
So for you, it's work.
Yes, it's work. I mean, that's why, you know, I'm involved in a lot of
in a lot of work. He does a lot of work behind the scenes. But Jasmine, you're on television. $1 million just for the whole world to see what you're made of.
What do you mean by $1 million? Sorry.
$1 million. That's the fee you get. Show up on screen. Let's see everything. Naked, stark naked Jasmine. That's your work.
For what?
You're acting.
I won't feel comfortable getting naked in front of a camera.
You don't want $1 million?
I want it, but I will not go naked. I'm not a porn actress. I'm not a porn star, sorry. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways. I'd rather even go and steal to get that $1 million than go naked in front of people. You know what I mean?
She has to make
that is, we are talking about stark naked, not naked. So it brings me to my final question to you. How hungry are you?
I'm hungry to make my life. I want to be happy. I want to make my family happy. But I'm not that hungry to lose myself and who I am in the process.
And that's what your life is about.
Yes.
Right. Basic needs, you keep saying. But people say that there's always room for improvement. So, for instance, you're back here in Ghana, they say there's a big deal, blah, 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 and then it says involves $1 million. Then you realize that there's something fishy about this deal. But they say to you that it won't affect you. You're not the one. We're just using you as the one who's fronting it. You go for the deal?
Put that in the contract and double it.
That it won't affect you, even though there's something fishy about it.
Put that in the
they put in a
contract.
contract. They don't tell you that. They tell you not in the contract that there's something fishy, but they are telling you that there's something fishy about this contract.
Exactly,
but we are using you as a front because people believe in Bright. People, you have credibility. We're giving you $1 million.
I would not put my life at stake because I never know the next deal that's going to come tomorrow. So the minute you say there's something fishy, that's a red flag. I'm not going to fall for that.
Even though, you know, you're not the one who'll be affected.
Then it means I'm being selfish. Somebody else is going to be affected. I'm not selling out.
So again, how hungry are you?
I am not hungry.
You're not hungry?
No. For money, no. Like I said, it's never been about me. It's about everybody around me. Anybody that gets closer to me shares that mindset with me. Let's just expand. It shouldn't be about money, because if it's about money, Captain Planet will not call me and be like, Numo, I got this for you, come pick it up. Or send me a Gucci bag upstate and be like, Numo, I think you would like this bag. It's not about money, it's all about love, you know, and the pursuit of happiness is a complicated issue, you know what I'm saying? But let's not sell ourselves in the process of achieving what we always want, you know, it's sometimes not necessary. But money helps, but it's not everything.
Money is everything to you. And so I'm sure if I throw the question that just show up, a mother of 3, stuck naked on television, and everybody gets to see what you're made of, $1 million. You remember you said money is everything.
Yes, but you see,
there's a price to pay.
There is a price to pay for
money.
Everything. For everything, actually. But this price, I'm sorry, I will not.
For all the money that is everything to you, that will guarantee your happiness and everything.
You see, Mzgee,
then you don't want money.
Mzgee, if you know me back then,
then I'm sure it's not money you're looking for.
See, no, the fact that I'm looking for money doesn't mean that I just want to get it on a silver platter, stuck in myself naked
silver
and
platter.
Oh,
you're showing your whole being to the world. Everything that you're made of. That's enough price to pay for $1 million.
You see, for this price, I'll not, you know, I was going to say something. If you knew me back then, I'm one person who is not even shy of my body back then. I could do all kind of photo shoots and I'm cool. But when I got into the industry, rather, no, a lot of things changed in my mind.
So is it because of the industry, or it's a personal
I think it's personal.
Exactly.
Let me say growing up, rather. Yes, let me say growing up, rather. I mean,
or because of your children.
It's not because of my children. Yes, when I'm doing something, I think about them. But trust me, I want my happiness as well, because they will grow up looking for their happiness. So I shouldn't sacrifice all my happiness for my kids. I hear people say, oh, for the sake of my children, even though, no, your children will also have their life. Trust me. We put those things in people's mind, and then you buy into it growing up, and you'll be shrinking. Trust me, you'll be thinking about your children and you'll be shrinking. These kids will grow up knowing better than you know. Yes, because the world changes. The things our mothers used to do some years back, today, when they ask you, you will not do it. Because what?
Things
a lot of
changed.
things have changed.
On that note, that's all time will allow us. We are still finding our purpose here on earth.
Yes.
If you find yours, live it to the fullest. But remember from this discourse that money is just not everything. And much as we need the money, it won't buy a life, like Bright said. It could save a life, it won't buy a life. So when you're chasing it, be careful. It won't sustain that life. It won't buy that life. My name is Mzgee. Catch you next week.